Mario's face. So I think I just need to get used to it, honestly. But there's something weird going on with the eyes.
Our good friend Lee Kovacs did do a side-by-side of like what makes the movie face different from the game face.
Yeah.
And there are some differences. To me, again, it wasn't so drastic that it really was an issue.
I think I need to see more of it to really like just get used to it. But it definitely felt different enough where it was like a little jarring for me. And I don't know, again, I continue to like, maybe it's the voice plus the face, but I need Mario to be the hero, the innocent hero that he is. And I just don't feel it quite yet in this particular Mario. But I think as his character develops more and we see more of it and like he's actually like doing more stuff and things are happening and there's more dialogue, like I'm sure that will come through. But I'm just saying, specifically looking at the trailer, like I don't buy it. I don't buy like...
By what?
Like he just doesn't feel like Mario yet to me.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's the only thing. But I mean, other than that, I think it looks really good.
We did put out a poll after the trailer aired and asked people what they thought. So we had it kind of broken in four, like first was like, I'm blown away. It's like, look cool, but I want to see more. And then it got into more like, I don't know, or like, I thought it stunk.
Yeah.
And almost everybody was in those top two.
Yeah, I'm in the second
pretty
one,
positive categories, which I don't know if they could have hoped for a better reception to this trailer.
Yeah, totally.
I put out a tweet like the day of. I was like, I think this feels like one of the biggest days in Nintendo history since the Switch reveal trailer.
Yeah.
Because you start to think of like all the implications of like, well, you have this big opportunity with movies and entertainment in general. If this goes well, you're off the trampoline.
But if it goes badly,
right? If your first big effort is a stinker,
it's going to be really detrimental to your.
It's a hard hole to dig yourself out of.
Yeah, it really is.
So now they're like rocket launched off this trampoline.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
I haven't seen a lot of people talking about. I think this is going to be like a mega hit. In a way that like is really going to open a lot of doors for them to do more in movies or entertainment.
I hope so. Like I want that. I want the universe and all of the other. I mean, people talk about like we talked about obviously like Zelda movies and Metroid and Fire Emblem. Like there's so many like properties that they own that would just lend itself so well to these other entertainment things. So I want them to like really succeed at this.
And Marvel is the comparison a lot because they're another one that has the IP library to do it with.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different though because when Marvel started to do this movie stuff, like they were literally on the brink of going out of business.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's kind of like you're taking a hugely successful company and now you're adding a potentially like multi-billion-dollar
industry to
another business to it.
Yeah.
Which is really like mind-blowing when you think about it. Like Nintendo right now is a huge company.
Right. And a huge successful company.
It's like, could this movie thing eventually become bigger? Like, obviously the movie part of Marvel is way bigger than the comics. Like, could it outstrip what the, core business of Nintendo is eventually? Maybe. I don't know.
Or become like even like 50-50 would be like a huge deal.
Right. And at that point, Nintendo is a fundamentally different company than it was.
Well, you need to restaff the entire company. Yeah.
Right. And the priorities are different. And you think about like, do they need to make games in a way that feeds into the movies more than they do?
Yeah. Right now, it's like very separate, right?
So I scoffed it when you said like, oh, we're going to get a Mario the movie, the game. Now I really want that, actually.
I think they're going to do it.
I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, we're using the same voices, but, kind of a more traditionally made Mario game.
But like set in this new universe.
With the setting and the story.
Yeah.
Could be really cool.